right, never go astray. There was a time when I used to do okay, but not since you came along. You're always telling.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Ridin Steel. Today I'm at Naples Custom Motorsports in Naples, Maine, and we're going to be attending a ride that Dennis Laliberte and Wendy Gallant put together down here called the Ladies Make-A-Wish Ride. So sit tight, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Ridin Steel. Today I am, like I said earlier, I'm with Wendy Gallant. Wendy, how are you?
I am wonderful.
Yeah,
it's a good day already.
Really, we woke up this morning. It's raining out. Coming down pretty good. I brought down about 3 riders with me, and I took my truck. I wimped out because I had gear to carry. I'm so sorry.
That's
right?
okay.
But there's lots of motorcycles here at Naples Custom Motorsports that Dennis might find in his heart to let me ride one. I don't know.
Oh,
We'll see if we have it. If he does have a heart today, right?
Yeah.
But we are here for the Ladies Make-A-Wish Ride. This is something you've been working on ever since the cabin fever reliever in February that I know of.
Right.
And how's it going today?
It's going really well. We have just been met with such graciousness from businesses and supporters alike. It's just incredible what we have today to raffle off and give away, and we are even going to do a live auction on a very nice grand prize.
So you have some people here that are recipients of the Make-A-Wish and are here to advocate for the program. Mm-hmm. You also have some Make-A-Wish representatives here as well, correct?
Yes, we do.
All right. Well, so give us an idea of what the day entails. First of all.
Okay. Well, the day entails starts right now with biker breakfast from 9 to 11.
Which is something you've done all summer long.
We do that the last Saturday of every month anyways, and all those proceeds go on to Make-A-Wish. And today being the last biker breakfast of the season, we also incorporate it for our ladies' ride for Make-A-Wish. About noontime, we're going to head out on our ride through the western mountains of Maine up into Bethel. We're going to head to Rooster's Roadhouse, and they'll be waiting there for a nice complimentary barbecue for us. And then we'll come back around 3:30, and we're going to all recongregate on the causeway to the Songo River Queen, our legendary paddle boat down on the docks. Yep. And there from 3 to 6, we have a live band coming in. It's open to the public, $5 they can get on the boat. We're selling raffle tickets and Chinese auction tickets and so on for all these wonderful giveaways that we have, and that's how we really hope to raise enough money to grant a wish.
It's going to be a great day. You're going to be interviewing someone shortly here, and that is?
Mitzi with her daughter Ava and son Sawyer, and they are past recipients of a wish just this past winter, so they're here to tell us all about that.
All right, so why don't you go gather them, and Wendy will be right back to interview this family and give you folks an idea of why we do what we do. And there are people in need out there, and apparently Make-A-Wish was kind enough to help their family out, I believe, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and so we're going to get to meet this beautiful family.
Good.
I'm right. I'm already committed.
I came here this morning without a ride because it was raining back home, and I have quite a bit of equipment to bring for the shoot, of course. So I elected to take my truck. But Dennis Laliberte was kind enough to dig this V-Rod that he just picked up for his shop and let me use it for today. I get to ride with the rest of the group. It's nice to know people in high places, folks. You know what I mean?
Okay, here we are back with the Ladies Ride for Make-A-Wish, and I have with me a wish family that was granted their wish back in December. So I have with me Mom, Mitzi, and Ava, and Sawyer. Say hi, Ava.
Hi.
This is Ava. Ava was granted a wish back in December. Can you tell me what your wish was, or Mom?
Yeah, we went on a Disney cruise out of Florida, 7-day Caribbean tropical vacation.
Mitzi, what did it mean for you to have a wish granted for your family last winter?
Well, we felt very fortunate. It's something kind of we never expected, and it gave us something to look forward to. We planned it for about a year. We wanted something that would keep us all together, so a cruise ship was kind of ideal because we were stuck together in a way. But it was great. We still talk about it weekly.
So, Mitzi, what can you tell us about Ava's condition?
She has heart and lung disease. She has what's called pulmonary hypertension. There's no cure for it, but she's been really stable. She was born with it. She wears this backpack. I don't know if you saw it, but it's something that gives her intravenous medication 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm. 5 days a week, 6 days a week, all since she was 13 months old.
And this is obviously a life-threatening illness for her. What is her prognosis with the illness?
Well, she's been really fortunate. She, when she was originally diagnosed, she was severe. She was very, very sick. She was in congestive heart failure. But she went on this very aggressive medication, and she was able to become really stable. I think her option as she gets older would be lung transplant, but we hope to avoid that.
Absolutely, of course we do. Today we are trying to raise enough money to grant a wish, and those wishes are granted to folks like these that suffer every day with these life-threatening illnesses of their sweet, really innocent children. But the wish helps to bring the family together for even a short period of time and have some sorts of normalcy. So we really appreciate you coming in and telling us your story today, and wish you the best of luck.
All right. Well, now I'm with a gentleman from Make-A-Wish. He's a representative for the state of Maine, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Would you mind introducing yourself to the folks watching at home, please?
Not at all. I'm Jim Christie with the Make-A-Wish Foundation here in Maine. I'm the development director, and my job is to go around the entire state and raise funds for Make-A-Wish to help with the kids we're working with.
Could you be more specific as to what being a development director involves?
Asking for money. That's about as specific
So
as
you're a
you can
beggar.
get. But I've got the best job because asking for money for kids with life-threatening illnesses, it's an easy ask, and people turn out their wallets and their purses for us, so I can't complain about that at all.
They sure do. I want to learn more about Make-A-Wish. I've been covering a lot of events that seem to raise money to benefit your program, okay? And I happen to know of a young man back home in my hometown, in my city of Bath, by the name of Jordan Welliver, who has recently been approved for, I think, a Nickelodeon cruise or something like that. And, you know, I find that to be very commendable. You people responded to the call within a couple of weeks' time. I was very impressed. So I'm happy to be here to help support Make-A-Wish and bring some awareness to you folks back home about just what they do. So why don't you explain to us how Make-A-Wish got started, and do you know the history of it?
Of course. We started back in 1980. A young man by the name of Chris Gracious out in Phoenix, Arizona, had a life-threatening illness. His mother worked for the safety department, police, fire, that type of thing. Wanted to do something special for her son before he passed, and her friends got together. He had an affinity for police and police officers. So they they had his uniform made head to toe from the same place they get theirs, the badge, the helmet. He had the three-wheel cycle to ride around in. They did it all, and you would have, like I said, thought he was an actual police officer except for his size. They met him one day at the house, brought him out, dressed him. He had everything except the gun, of course, and they took him out on a ride-along. He was up in the police helicopter. He met the mayor. They went all out, and his mother credits that experience with him having a little bit of longer life and having those memories to remind him of what a wonderful time it was. And when he passed, his mother and friends got together again and said, you know, why can't we do this for all children?
If you can help a kid not think about their problem, and a family for that matter, for just one day, you've accomplished a miracle, you know, and I believe in that wholeheartedly. So, as you can see, folks, you can go to makeawish.org.
Correct, www.maine.wish.org. Can't thank you all enough. Riding Steel has been a good friend with Make-A-Wish over this last year or so especially, and Dennis and Wendy both, who put this on here and have done things all through the summer for the last 2 or 3 years. We just can't say enough, because it's those kind of things that bring that money in that we need to go on to the next child, and that's what's important. Every nickel counts.
Well, thank you so much for taking a few moments with me. I really appreciate it.
I'm Rachel Bell from Naples, Maine. You're watching the Ladies Make-A-Wish Ride with Ridin Steel. We'll be right back.
It's only $10 to ride with us today. That gets you into all 3 events, which is the breakfast, the ride, and the Songo River Queen.
I try to live my life in a civilized way. Treat people right, never go astray. There was a time when I used to do okay, but not since you came along. They're always telling me I need another drink. Will me into a fight with little more than a wink. You make me act way before I think. Ever since you came along, you sneaky little devil, making me do wrong. You're nothing but trouble. Well, don't you just move on? You and my conscience will never get along. Why don't you just leave me alone, you sneaky little devil? It should be easier the older I get, but I guess I ain't old enough yet. 'Cause all my good times end with regret. Ever since you came along, you sneaky little devil, making me do wrong. You're nothing but trouble. Well, don't you just move on? You and my conscience will never get along. Why don't you just leave me alone, you sneaky little devil?
You're a sneaky little devil. I like the way you move. You lead me to temptation like I've nothing much to lose.
Begging you for mercy, can we call a truce? Before I see the gallows and a hangman's noose. You sneaky little devil, making me do wrong. You're nothing but trouble. Why don't you just move on? You and my conscience will never get along. Why don't you just leave me alone, you sneaky little devil? Leave me alone. You sneaky little devil, you sneaky little devil, leave me alone. You sneaky little devil, you sneaky little devil, have mercy on my soul.
This Roadhouse, they put our event out on their sign. You can see that, okay? They have it set up over here in the beer garden, little beer garden area where you can so on. I can already smell the barbecue. They have complimentary soft drinks and water.
Our ride has taken us here to Rooster's Roadhouse in Bethel, Maine. Just as we were pulling into Bethel, the sun came out, I should say, and we've been greeted with warm skies, great hospitality by Steve and Gary of Rooster's Roadhouse. Thank you so much for your hospitality today.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. And Gary is the chef here, correct?
Oh, he's here. He's right here. Except
Show them what you have in your hand behind me. And he's got a knife.
gardens. We have apples, zucchini, and we grow our great flowers here that are all over the restaurant. Have you seen?
Kristen, do you have any questions you'd like to ask him?
Well, I want to thank you first for the wonderful barbecue. The food is great over there. We were really surprised to see that you would do so much for us. We're already so pleased, so I'm sure that you'll have a lot of us coming back. And I just want to say this is such a beautiful place to be. We have the mountains in the background and the beautiful fields. It's really a nice place. Are you open all year round?
Yep, we're open year-round, 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. We get a lot of bikers come up. It's a great place to see the foliage right now this time of year. It's great for families. We can seat about 120 people, so there's lots of room. Great friendly bar upstairs. Come on in and check it out.
Mm-hmm. I think it's awesome, and I like your sign over there. It says beer, babes, bikes, beer, and babes.
You
I
got
think
it.
that's pretty cool. So all of us, we'll all have to join them.
I think this is a really important cause because Make-A-Wish does so much for families because, people have jobs and medical insurance, but that doesn't cover the deductibles for the 5 prescriptions that your child has to have while they're having cancer treatment. And, it puts people in the poorhouse. And what Make-A-Wish did was so huge. I mean, for the child with the cancer and then the sibling, it's a huge, huge gift to give people.
Will you just throw for crying out loud? Oh! On tape!
Hey, this is Cynthia. I'm in beautiful Bethel, Maine. You're on the Make-A-Wish ride with Ridin Steel, and we'll be right back.
We're having such a good time. Folks were out in the beer garden area playing horseshoes and so on. And I just happened to bump into this woman who's sporting a Make-A-Wish shirt. And she has a very interesting position with Make-A-Wish. What is it? What's your name?
My name's Angela.
And what is it that you do with Make-A-Wish?
I'm actually a wish granter.
A wish granter. Can you imagine? Tell me how that works.
Pretty much you volunteer your time. They give you a child. You accept that child, and then you meet with them. You have to find out their wish in a very interesting way. It can be anywhere from the age 2 up to the age of 17. And then you have the process of trying to grant their wish.
Have you granted a wish yet?
We're in the process.
Yeah?
It's been accepted, and now we're planning his going away party. He's only 4, so yeah.
Can you tell us what his wish is?
Actually, his wish was to go to Costa Rica to see the red-eyed green tree frogs. In the process, he has now changed his mind, and he's going to Disney to see the dolphins.
That's probably a little more manageable than the green frogs in Costa Rica.
More manageable.
Let me put a quick plug in. At Naples Custom Motorsports, who was hosting this particular ride for us today, we have tried to put out that we would be happy to try to grant a wish to someone perhaps that has a wish in the motorsports field, whether it be four-wheeling, ATVing, dirt biking, and that sort of thing. That I'm pretty sure we can almost pull off.
Yes.
So if you ever have one needing a wish, or anyone out there knows that a child that has a wish similar to that, please let us know at Naples Custom Motorsports, and then we'll get in touch with Angela, our prize wish granter, and we'll see what we can do. Yes?
Sounds wonderful.
It was a real pleasure to meet you, Angela. I've never met a wish granter. I just feel so honored.
Thank
and
you.
Hey, nice bandana too.
Thanks.
After enjoying a delicious meal at the Rooster Roadhouse, the charity riders were back on the road and heading to the Songo River Queen in Naples, Maine. This would be the final destination for the ladies' Make-A-Wish ride. Upon our arrival in Naples and boarding the Songo Queen, Barry Arvin Young was busy providing the entertainment, and soon thereafter the auction was going on.
When I was young, I worked my granddaddy's farm. I worked hard for the promise of the land and the life. Now I've been locked out, the American dream. Well, we sold off the tractor, we sold off the land. I moved to the city and I got myself a wife. Now I've been locked out, the American dream. My son's being raised by some other kids' folks. Yeah, I've been locked down, the American dream.
But another one of our hosts was present on this day. Ridin Steel host Tracy and her husband and cameraman Chris Fiandaca were here in Naples at the Causeway on the Songo Queen, the Songo River Queen, a beautiful ferry boat. This day has been full of surprises. A great day, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah, you having a good time?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm going to introduce you to some folks here. This is, of course, Tracy Fiandaca, the host of Ridin Steel. How are you?
I'm doing very good today.
Right. She has throat problems, so she's keeping quiet today. Her husband, Chris, who is an alternate cameraman, is with her. And why don't you introduce us to the special person that's here with us today?
This is my brother, John. He just got back from Kuwait, spent a year over there, and came home and came up to Maine here yesterday and surprised me with help, Tracy's help. And it's been a long time since we had seen each other, and it was a big surprise for me.
I bet it was. Tracy, you pulled off a surprise?
I did actually. Actually, John and I worked this out. We've been working on it for a couple weeks, month so. Anyways, I've been in contact on Facebook, texting, phone calls, and kept it right under wraps. And last night, he snuck up and surprised Chris. We had one of our restaurants that we go to all the time, and all of our friends were there, and just walked up, and Chris was like floored. They haven't seen each other in 19 years.
So how'd it go, Chris?
It was great. It was great. It was a wonderful night. Yeah, having a great time.
Did you cry, big guy? Did you cry?
Of course I did. like a little baby girl.
Love it. And John, you're doing great, huh? You're having a good time today. And
fantastic time.
Yeah, you got to ride a motorcycle. I mean, Maine is a beautiful state, don't you think? I mean, boy, I'll tell you, it was raining this morning when we first took off, and the sun came out as the ride began, basically. And we ran into a little mist at first. Might have caused some people concern, but not me. I was like, I'm in this. You know what I mean?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was great day, and it was great to have John with us today. And just seeing the two guys together was just really emotional.
Oh, I'm sure it was. You're already getting teary-eyed. I can see she does have a heart. This girl, trust me. Yeah. And so, John, you were in Kuwait for how long, buddy?
12 months.
12 months. And what was it like over there for you? Just briefly.
Hot and miserable.
Really? Like what, 105, 10-degree hot?
No, you're talking about 130 plus every day.
Oh, my God.
With 100% humidity.
And you guys have to be in full fatigues at all times?
Not in Kuwait. Oh, when we get in the convoys and go up north, we have to be in full everything gear. Our
Is that what you did there? You were in a convoy?
I was in charge of a transportation company.
Right.
We were doing retrograde, pulling the equipment out of Iraq.
Right. Now, let me ask you this, okay? Because I've seen some video footage that people have provided me from the truckers in Iraq, and I know that they had to really drive aggressively because of the threats there.
They put speed limits on us.
They did.
Yes. They were 45 miles an hour.
Right. So the mood or the atmosphere there, is it, do you feel safer there?
No.
You don't?
No.
No. Okay. So the danger is still quite present then, right?
Yes.
Well, we're glad to see you home. Are you home for a while?
Yes, hopefully for at least 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah. Hopefully
Welcome home. Welcome home.
It's my second deployment, so.
Casey, nice job.
Thank you. It was hard. It was really hard. I tell him everything, and it was like for 2 weeks not being able to say a word, I was like biting my tongue. I would text him like, I can't do this.
I can't believe she kept it a secret.
Really?
Yeah, that floored me the most. I mean, as surprised as I was to see him, I was equally as surprised that she actually kept that secret.
Really?
Yeah. Because we all know Tracy loves to talk. So.
Especially when something good's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many friends showed up?
Oh, there was at least a dozen, 20 people there. Yeah, probably about 20 people last night.
Now, are these all your friends? Did you know them all, John?
I didn't know any of them.
You didn't know any of them. No. So they were just here to see the big guy cry.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was it.
Well, that was awesome. We're going to have a good time. You guys have to head out now, right? Because you have another engagement?
Yes, we do.
And what are you guys doing?
We're actually taking them to a party tonight. Nice little bonfire.
Nice. So have a lot of fun. One more time. I'm going to shake your hand.
Thank you very much.
Trace, I want a hug from you.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you, guys. And thank you so much. And good luck with your job, by the way. It's keeping you away from us, but we want you back right away. Okay. All right. Take care. But let's do a recap on the day while we're here. Okay. We're gonna button up this show. All right. We started off with a rainy morning. We found our way. I took my truck down because I had a lot of gear to carry. Dennis Laliberty of Naples Custom Motorsports was gracious enough to allow me to ride a new V-Rod that he just picked up. I enjoyed the ride. I had a great time. It's a nice bike. I'm sure if you see this show and you see me riding that bike and you're interested in it, hopefully Dennis will still have it in his showroom.
It'll still be there.
It'll move fast. That's for sure. Mileage is low. Day was good. You guys showed up just about in time to leave.
5 minutes before the ride was about to leave. Yeah, but we screamed to get here.
Right, and the ride was beautiful. It was. We had a beautiful ride.
It was wonderful. We got into Bethel, almost as we passed the town line to Bethel. The heavens opened and the sun came out. We had an absolutely beautiful spread at Rooster's Roadhouse. Thank you so much, Gary and Steve, for that. And now we're here on the Songo River Queen 2, the classic Mississippi paddle boat here on the Naples Causeway. So thank you to Kent Euchre for giving that to us today. And we have a great band upstairs, and we're just giving away so many door prizes, and we have great Chinese auction items. And in a little while, we're going to live auction off a Daytona trip.
We have a lot of fun with Ridin Steel. We really do. It's a blast, don't you think? We meet hundreds of people. And if you want to join us, go to ridinsteel.com.
check us out, read about us, learn what we do. And if it's something that you want to be part of, then go to our calendar and simply look on what's going on Saturday or Sunday and meet us. I oftentimes will have people meet with me in the morning and ride with me to the event. And I always love doing that. I always meet new people that way. I find new people stepping up for volunteer work for me because, I wear them out. They come and they go. I wear them out.
Because it's contagious. You just can't stop. You can't.
That bad.
What's that?
I keep coming.
Yeah, I have to kind of search you out sometimes, though, don't I, Kristen? But anyways, folks, we hope you enjoyed today's show and that you'll join us next week on Ridin Steel. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I'm here at Big Moose Harley-Davidson. It's Saturday the 14th of April, and I'm with Betty Reynolds, wife of Steve Reynolds, who owns Big Moose Harley. So, Betty, you got something special going on coming up.
Yes, we do. May 11th, we're having a documentary with Cassidy McMillan coming from Hollywood to show her documentary called Rats and Bullies. And then on May 12th, we'll be having a fun-filled day packed of all entertainment with the Veo Twins from Maine, Pop Alert, and a lot of the kids from Bonneagle High School competing in a contest with singing, posters, and poetry.
That's right, and this is all going to benefit the Bikers Against Bullying, Ridin Steel's Bikers Against Bullying, and the JD Foundation,
yes,
right?
Right. We're raising money for both those organizations, and we will have all kinds of follow-up tables and organizations for people to go to get help and find out more about it.
All right, one more time, Betty. When is it?
May 11th and May 12th.
What time does it all start?
May 11th starts at 6:30, and May 12th starts at 10 o'clock.
All right, so hopefully you people can make it here and learn a little bit about what our kids are going through with bullying. Thank you very much.
We are here at the Songo River Queen 2 in downtown Naples at the Causeway, and I have here with me Kent Euchre, owner of this fine vessel. How are you, Kent?
I'm great, Wendy.
Thanks so much for doing this for us. Kent has been gracious enough to offer us the Queen to stay dockside from 3 to 6 p.m. tonight to have our post-run fun here, which we are having a lot of fun. We have a live band.
And we got an hour to go. We're having a great time. It's a beautiful fall afternoon, and I couldn't think of a better thing to be doing here.
Thank you so much. I'm
you're
glad
welcome.
you feel that way. Listen, I know that historically the Songo River Queen has been part of this lakes region for so long, but there's something very historical that happened last week, and I was wondering that maybe you could tell the public about it.
Well, last Saturday, the Queen went through the Naples Swinging Causeway Bridge for the very last time after a 40-year history of doing that, and we were the last boat to go through. It was arranged that way. We had a escort from the Naples Marine Safety in front, and we had the game warden's boat escorting us in the rear to make sure that we were the last boat through. So at 4 p.m. last Saturday, the bridge closed for the very last time, and we were the last boat to go through it.
Is this the best weather day? It was iffy this morning, but it's all turned out beautiful.
It cooperated. I think it knew what was going to go on this afternoon, and it granted our wish here. Talk about make a wish, right?
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. And we're getting close to the end of the day, and I think we're pretty darn close. $6,000.
Oh my
We
word.
haven't counted exactly, but just the money is flowing. People are so generous. And so, Kent, tell me, the Songo River Queen, I'm talking like it's in my backyard because it literally is, but how would other folks know how to get here?
Well, we're right on Route 302 in Naples on what they call the Causeway, which is the portion of 302 that it has water on both sides. Those of you not familiar with it and having a GPS, our GPS address is 841 Roosevelt Trail in Naples.
Yeah. And you also have a fan page on Facebook, correct?
I wasn't aware of that.
Well, you need to go on your page more often. Facebook's the way it goes. It's Songo River Queen on Facebook. It's a very active site. Actually, somebody's maintaining it for you.
Okay. I thank you for letting me know. And it obviously isn't me.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being a part of this. And this is Wendy from Ridin Steel. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Ridin Steel!